You have over 100 million downloads on your podcast. You've interviewed Gary Vaynerchuk, Kim Perrell, Grant Cardone, some of the biggest founders on the planet.
Every single entrepreneur who's come on the show, what's like the commonality? They're all slightly delusional.
Yep.
And they all...
Scott, I love Huel. You love Huel.
I do love Huel.
Huel sponsors your podcast.
I do.
Have you ever done a street interview before?
No, I haven't actually.
Never done one?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, today we're gonna do some street interviews for Huel.
Okay, let's do it.
I would teach you how to do them.
Okay.
You're gonna stop the people, you're gonna crush them.
All right.
And then we're gonna get these people's live reactions.
I love it.
To
Okay.
Huel.
I've always been the one getting street interviewed, never giving them.
Let's do it. You have over 100 million downloads on your podcast. You've interviewed Gary Vaynerchuk, Kim Perrell, Grant Cardone, some of the biggest founders on the planet. What's your biggest piece of advice you've gained for speaking to a founder?
Every single founder they're all slightly delusional.
Yep.
And they all bet on themselves 11 out of 10 times. And if you combine those two things, it's really hard to fail. Entrepreneurship and building something incredible, it's not logical. It doesn't make sense for you to wake up one morning and think, I'm gonna bet on myself and build a $100 million company. Like, none of that actually makes sense. So you have to be slightly delusional. You have to focus on action and not on all the negatives. And I think that that's the commonality between every single person that I've interviewed. Betting on yourself is a really, really, really big deal.
You want to be in some content? This is Scott.
What's up?
Scott
Nice to meet you.
Sponsored by Huel. It has one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna tell you a little bit about Huel, but we also want your live review, your live reaction.
Okay.
What is your busiest day of the week?
Mondays. Schoolwork, tests, homework, all of it.
So what Huel does is it gives you a full meal in a bottle. So it's 27 vitamins and minerals, 35 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber. So it is a full meal. If you miss lunch, you're not crashing. This is vanilla, they have chocolate. They also have an everyday greens. So it's like basically all your vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
Like you have back-to-back classes all day. Would this be useful?
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, here we go. Huel live review. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh.
Wait, it tastes really good.
It tastes like a milkshake.
It tastes like really good.
Wait, it's actually good. I didn't expect it to be. But
No,
it's
we don't mess
actually good.
around.
Are you guys surprised this will replace a full meal?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
I would definitely need this in my life.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are great.
Well, it's yours. Take it.
Cheers, enjoy it, and buy more Huel. How have you bet on yourself to start one of the biggest podcasts in the world?
So a little bit of delusion, but I always thought that if someone else has done it, I can do it too. So when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have like an uncle who was a podcaster. I just figured out if I'm going to be successful at this thing, I got to start. I got to put unlimited amount of reps into it. And eventually on that journey, I'll get it done. I'm a firm believer, if you commit 10 plus years of your life to something, you'll find a way to make it successful. And I think that's the mindset that you have to have. It's going to cost more money. It's going to take longer than you think it will. But ultimately, if you don't quit, you'll find a way to make that thing work. I've been doing the podcast for about 8 years. On the main podcast, there's 1,400 episodes up.
Wow.
I put up about 30 to 40 pieces of content per day. That's just pure reps.
You started your podcast 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about iterating,
Yeah.
never being satisfied. If you're starting in 2026 today with no experience, how would you stand out in such a saturated market?
The first most important idea is that the content you're creating, you actually enjoy creating. Why is that important? It's because if you enjoy what you're doing, you'll stick with it long enough for it to become successful. The second idea is once you start, you have no idea what's going to work and what isn't going to work. I suggest looking at something that's already working, emulating that format and evolving from there. If you have to guess what type of content's going to hit, look at what's trending right now and then start with that. If you're comfortable creating that style of content. But the most important thing is enjoying creating that type of content. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to stick with it. But if you do enjoy it, that's a really good place to start.
How have you turned the podcast into being an entrepreneur and monetizing it to make money?
If you want to just make money, podcasting is not a good way to do it. I think that there's much easier ways to make money, be an entrepreneur. Podcasting is a vanity business. A vanity business is a business that everybody wants to do, but only the 0.001% of people actually make money doing it. If it's a non-vanity business, it's not sexy, it's not trending, that's where the real money is. So if you're going to start a podcast, I recommend doing it because you enjoy it and you're tying it to a business. So for example, if you have a product or service that you're already selling, then that should be the reason why you're using podcasting as part of your content marketing.
It's exactly why we started Street Talk.
Exactly. And I think that too many people think that just because it's a fun business and they see Tim Ferriss start a podcast or Chris Williamson start a podcast that they're going to make bank. That's not the case. Most creators are broke. You know this.
Yeah.
To turn a podcast into a business, the real answer is it's easier to do it if you already have a business and you layer it onto your marketing strategy. But I wouldn't recommend for most people just to start it just to make money. Start it as a hobby, start it as a passion project. And if you do it for 10, 15 years, fine, maybe there's a way to monetize it.
Yeah.
But like, don't expect an overnight win and you making, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 grand in the next 6 months, 12 months after you start like a sit down interview podcast. That's very, very, very rare. The 0.001% make real money.
Over the hundreds of guests that you've interviewed, what has been your biggest takeaway from one guest?
My favorite guest, and I guess this is my biggest takeaway, would be Seth Godin, because he was an inspiration to me before he even knew I existed. And he's actually the reason why I started the podcast. So it was like a really crazy full circle moment when he came on.
Why was he the reason you started the podcast?
I was listening to him on his own podcast, Akimbo, and he was talking about if you are thinking about being an entrepreneur, it's going to suck. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to feel like every day there's like a new fire to put out, but don't worry. It's going to be okay. Like, fly close to the sun. You're not going to get burnt. Like, that was his message. It was very inspirational. And it gave me the ability to bet on myself. Like, just like him saying it so clearly, like, sucking is the prerequisite for entrepreneurship. The grind is normal. It's not going to be fun. Take risks, take chances. It's all going to work out. Like, that message just, I don't know, it struck a chord. I don't know. Like, sometimes you hear somebody say something and it just hits me and like it gave me like goosebumps. So for me, entrepreneurship was super foreign. Like, betting on myself was not something that ran in my family at all.
How do you feel?
I feel like I should do more street interviews.
You gotta do more street interviews now. That was awesome. Huel's gonna love that.
I love it, dude. Thank you, dude.
Scott, thanks for coming on Street Talk. You
I
crushed
appreciate
it.
you,
This
dude.
was such an amazing time. And where can we follow? Where can we find you?
At Scott Clary across all social and Success Story podcast.
Let's go. Thank you. That's a wrap.